Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers at County Stadium. On the mound for the Tigers today is Bryan Kelly, whose record is 6-7 with a 4.66 ERA, and pitching for the Brewers is Dave LaPoint, whose record is 7-13 with a 6.64 ERA. Okay, we are facing a Brewers pitcher who was not supposed to start today for the Brewers. It was supposed to be their number one starter, which is Rich Rodas. We'll take a look at him real quick. I want to point this out, the Brewers pitchers. So we were supposed to face Rich Rodas, who's 4-17 on the year with a sub-6 ERA. And yet, we are going to face Dave LaPoint, who's 7-13 with a 6.64 ERA. I mean, I don't know which is worse. All I know for sure is that we cannot afford to lose today's ball game. We have maybe our worst starter, Bryan Kelly, on the mound today. And this is a guy that we no longer trust to give us any quality starts. And so if he falls out a favor early, we need to yank him out and go to Dan Schatzeder. He is available, right? Let's take a look. Yeah. He's not listed as resting a day. So if Bryan Kelly cannot give us at least 5 strong innings, we'll go to Dan Schatzeder pretty quickly to avoid losing this ball game. The Brewers are really the last bad team in our own division that we're going to face the rest of the way. The Indians are a better than 500 team, and then it's the American League West all the way to the end, with the exception of the Red Sox, which are above us, and then we finalize the season versus the Orioles. So otherwise, it's all going to be American League West teams. So we've got to win this game. This is a must-win game. And if there was some way that I could get a different starter in there other than Bryan Kelly, I probably would do it. But I don't think we have anybody else that's going to be any better than him for today's start, and we just have to kind of trust our team to somehow pull this one out, and I'll do my bullpen magic if that's what it's going to take to win. Dave LaPoint's a left-hander, so we're going to have our lineup in there versus lefties, and that is usually a step back from our regular lineup. So let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. When Bryan Kelly pitches, I feel like this is when any skill that I have for playing this game has to come into effect, because I just know that there's going to be a breaking point with this pitcher, and it might be the 3rd inning, the 4th, or the 5th, but sooner or later, he's going to cave in like a wet cardboard box, and we just got to make sure that we're 1 inning ahead of that, I think. All the bullpen is available today, which is good. We're probably going to need them. And then we've got Dave LaPoint, who's a lefty, our lineup versus lefties. Doug DeCINCES will get the start at third base. We are still giving him tryouts to see what he's capable of against lefties. Billy Sample will be in there in left field. He's actually hitting really great. He's got a couple doubles since we've been giving him the platoon role. So that means Eisenreich, Pags, and Sweet Lou will be sitting out. They're all left-handers that cannot hit left-handed pitching. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Tigers today. Batting leadoff in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting second at shortstop is Barry Larkin. Batting third and catching is Damon Berryhill. Batting cleanup at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting fifth and DHing is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth in right field is Kevin Bass. Batting seventh in left field is Billy Semple. Batting eighth at third base is Doug DeCINCES. And batting ninth at second base is Doug Baker. Okay, here's Dave LaPoint, as you can see, on the Giants in 1985. He is in his second full season in the majors, making his 25th start, 7-13, with that 6.64 ERA, 97 strikeouts, in 158 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .329 against him. There's a one complete game in his favor. His fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is right around 50%. He's got only one good pitch left in his arsenal. That is a changeup, rated an 83, overall rated an 80. The 26-year-old lefty is arbitration eligible after the 87 season. Taking a look at his log, he did take the loss against Detroit. He pitched his best game of the year, maybe. Of course he did. Against us, he only gave up 2 runs. Didn't walk anybody, but he did give up 10 hits. He suffered the loss. And then back on May 26th, he got the win, giving up 4 runs in 7 innings against us. He's coming off a complete game loss. That's his only complete game. It was against Boston. He gave up 5 runs at 8 2/3. Oh, so that was a walk-off for the Red Sox. Okay, we'll take a look here at the defense. We know the outfield is putrid. Infield fairly solid. Are they mixing it up a little bit? No, these are the everyday players, so that's interesting. And then they have behind home plate today, WRONA. Good defensive catcher. Okay, everybody, here we go. Willie Wilson leading it off. Let's get off to a good start. Wilson batting .336 versus lefties, and he strikes out. 9-pitch at bat. That's really the only thing we could take from that. 1 down for Barry Larkin, who hits a routine grounder to second. 2 down, and Damon Berryhill hits a grounder to second as well. That's a terrible start against a pitcher like LaPoint. We go to the bottom of the first. We'll take a look here at the Brewers lineup. Batting leadoff in right field is Mark Davis. Batting second at second base is Craig GREBECK. Batting third at first base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and catching is Rick Rona. Batting fifth in left field is Javier Ortiz. Batting sixth at shortstop is Ernie RILES. Batting seventh in center field is Bob SKUBE. Batting eighth at third base is Randy Reddy. And batting ninth and DHing is Dick Davis. So Randy Reddy, normally a second baseman at third base, and George Brett's at first. Didn't notice that when we did the defense. All right, Brian Kelly making his 22nd start. He's 6-7 with a .466 ERA, 86 strikeouts, leading the team in 116 innings pitched. Opponents only batting .236 against him. Fastball topping out at 92 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 48.1%. I mean, all 3 of his pitches are good, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't ever seem to pitch well. Overall, his rating is 85. The 26-year-old Reddy is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. Looking at his log, I mean, a bunch of losses. A no decision in his last start versus California. He went 5 1/3, gave up 4 runs. The start before that, he went 2 innings, giving up 5 runs. Tons of walks. And I don't really know what to say. I mean, when you think about it, Brian Kelly is not a pitcher who was really good in real life. You think the game would make him a god, because that's what it does with pitchers that never really existed. But he's just barely average. We'll take a look at our defense. We're not good on the left side with DeCINCES and Sample. The rest of the infield and outfield is good, and behind the plate is Damon Berryhill. Okay, here we go. Mark Davis leading it off versus Brian Kelly. Davis popping it up on the infield. Larkin makes the play. 1 down. Next man up is Craig GREBECK, batting .314. And Kelly walks him. Man on first for George Brett. Playing first base. Ground ball to second. That should be a double play. It is. 4-6-1 with Kelly covering first. We go to the top of the second, and Rusty Tillman leading it off. Tillman in there versus the left-hander, batting .293 versus lefties. And a line drive down the right field line. A double for Tillman, his 10th double of the year. Starting to get that OPS to creep up. He hasn't had a home run in forever, though, right? Looking at his log, yeah. I mean, it's been well more than 20 games. In fact, he's only had 3 extra base hits in his last 20, but you can't deny his .306 batting average in that time. So, a guy not hitting home runs probably should not be in the cleanup role, but, you know, we got to make do with what we have. And a ground ball to short from Kennedy, so Tillman will hold. That means we will not be scoring this inning. Bass grounding out, of course, and Sample will be out number 3. Bottom of the second inning. WRONA, cleanup hitter. So we had a leadoff double, and then everybody popped it up and grounded to the left side of the infield. Awesome. Great job, game. WRONA pops it up. Foul ground. 1 out. Here's Javier Ortiz. Played shortstop yesterday. Second start ever as shortstop, and Kelly walks him. So this is the same pattern as the first inning. We got the out, and then he walked the next batter. Ernie RILES had the day off with Ortiz at short. He pops it up. Baker drops it. And that's the ball game. Wild pitch scores a run because it had to. 1-0 Milwaukee. Doug DeCINCES now 0 for 4 on the year. Baker grounds out. We have 1 hit through 3 innings against one of the worst pitchers in the American League. Oh, that actually got past the third baseman for a double. That I did not see happening. 25th double. Doesn't matter. 2-out rallies don't exist. Bottom of the third. Leadoff single. That's the first hit for the Brewers. And a strikeout. GREBECK. Line drive to right. And George Brett walking, and then here drives in another run. Oh, no, there we go. Top of the 4th. This is unbelievable. Tillman, his second hit. And a double. Okay, we're into the 4th inning. Leadoff single. Another walk. Nope. So, I mean, we really should pull him right now. There's really nothing we're going to be able to do to win this ball game. Yeah. Pull the infield in. He's only given up 1 run. And there's 2 more, so that's the ball game. So we're just going to pull him out. We'll bring in Carl Willis since a blooper. I cannot believe we're going to lose this frickin' game to this nobody washed up pitcher. He's Danny DeVito. absolutely embarrassing that this is actually a baseball game available for purchase. We have like bad defenders on the left side, and all they do is just wrap them to our left side. They have bad defense in all their outfield positions, and we get nothing. Whoa, Brett doubled off first. All right, good job by Carl. Doesn't matter. Back-to-back doubles. Wow. Wilson going to third with the ball hit in front of him. Another thing that would never happen unless you're a fucking moron. Whoa! Man, that just got out of here. Just barely made it over the fence. A home run for Rusty Tillman. He's a triple shy of the cycle right now. Kind of amazing. Those 3 runs don't matter. I mean, like, we may as well have just taken the L. But, you know, I guess we got stats to pad. Lefty comes in, walks the lefty. That's perfect baseball. Yeah, this is the revenge game. There's really nothing we can do here. They get the runs right back. That's just the way it is. This is actually going to be even worse. Okay, great job hitting it back to the pitcher. We're only scoring to keep it within 3. That's the only reason. All right, down to the final 6 outs. New fielder, Gorman Thomas, coming into play center. Under 80, but still the best defender in the outfield, somehow. I think that's nice that they do that. They bring in someone defensively. So stupid. God, I fucking hate this game. So stupid. All right. Well, we're running through everybody today. Gorman. LaPoint has not walked anyone today. He's pitching a Maddox-like performance against us. A guy with a 6 ERA, mowing us down like it's absolutely nothing. I mean, 2 outs, it doesn't make a difference. Hits him right in the face. I mean, we cannot let Doug DeCINCES bat here. We've got no one else to go with, but we're going to bring in Mike Pagliarulo. At least he's got home run power. Maybe he runs into one. 1-1. No. Yeah. Making it interesting. Doug Baker's going to come out. Bring in Jimmy Eyes. Great. All right. So we lost 2 of 3, all 1-run games. Every game is 1 run because the game is fucking flawed. Unbelievably terrible, terrible game. We lose 6-5. Look at the standings. We lost that game. Boston's won 7. Headline news. Nothing. Transactions. Oh, George Brett finally got his 2,000th hit. Nice. I wish it would have been in our uniform, but why would he, why would we expect him to be George Brett? And Milwaukee just lost. Well, they've lost Wilmot yesterday. They lost Danny Jackson. He won't even miss a start. Well, actually, was he up next? So maybe he will. Pull up the box score. I noticed that there is someone going through the 1969 Seattle Pilots season. If you happen to be watching the series too, maybe you know this, maybe you don't. But anyone who goes back and watches, it's not taking so damn long. I thought I hit it, but we'll try to hit it again here. Anyone who goes, let me know. I know you're up to about game 30, and I will be glad to send you a prize when you're done. I have no idea why it's taking so long. Just punishing me for hating this terrible game. I wonder if because I hit it twice, maybe there'll be 2 popping up here. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, there's no player of the game. We knew that we would, yeah, come on, man. We knew there was very little chance that we could win this game with Kelly on the mound. This is so weird. I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, we knew there'd be very little chance for us to win this game with Kelly on the mound. We pulled him early, and then our bullpen only gave up 2 runs. Unfortunately, it was too late. We should have taken him out after the 2nd inning. I mean, we ended up getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra base hits. Not enough to win. Doug Baker's error cost us. A wild pitch to score a run. The game was over before it ever started. Another game in which we never would have had any chance to win. Back-to-back complete games for Dave LaPoint. Again, one of the worst pitchers in the game. He still manages to give up 5 runs, and he did not walk 1 batter. And we still lost the game. I just don't understand what anything means in this game. The ratings don't matter. The names don't matter. Nothing matters. And yet we go on and play tomorrow.